Hello, good morning. It is Tuesday, October 8th, and I am live here from Eugene, Oregon. I am so happy to be here with you today doing this video. My name's Heidi Papoff, and I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm in real estate, and I'm also building a side gig online, which I love all of it, and I'm super grateful for all of the things in my life. The topic that I'm going to talk about today is something that I feel qualified to talk about because I have gone through a really tough year, and there were times when I thought, is this a midlife crisis? Is that what's happening here? But I'm going to tell you how going through some of these things has actually led me to a really awesome breakthrough and awakening. And, sometimes you need these things to happen in order to be able to get that kind of clarity, to be able to dig deep, to be able to, realize that you need to stop and look at yourself, look within, look, at how you're feeling, wonder what these feelings mean, and then, take some action to actually get that to become a positive thing and turn it around for yourself. So thank you so much for joining me today. Give me a hashtag replay if you're catching this on the replay. Give me a hashtag live if you catch me live. Like I said, I'm excited to be covering this topic today and, just get a little bit raw, a little bit vulnerable, and hopefully, this will be helpful for you as well. So I am mostly talking to women here because the article that I read was specifically about women, but I think that this could probably be very transferable to a man as well. So don't jump off just because you're a man. But also, you have women in your life and you might recognize some of these things in some of the women you love, and maybe you could help them by sharing some of these ideas or, even this video with them. So the term midlife crisis refers to, it's usually women or men in their 40s to early 50s who go through some of these things. It was coined in the 1960s, and it's basically referring to a time when we kind of go through a identity crisis of, our self-identity, our self-confidence, questioning our lives, wondering if, there's more to life, questioning the meaning, questioning if we're on the right track, all of these things. And like I said, I can definitely relate to a lot of that. And this last year has been a huge growth year for me. And I'm really grateful that I recognized that it was about this time last year, so almost exactly a year ago, that I started making some big shifts. And, some of those have led me to, some of those have felt like, man, I wish I would have done that differently. And some have led me to great changes that I'm really thankful for. So, without going into all the details. But so what I have figured out with my own quote unquote midlife crisis is that it's not a crisis at all if you use it to your advantage. For me, it's been a huge awakening. It's been an opportunity to look inside, to slow down, to quiet down, to cut out distractions and really look at myself and what's important to me, what I want, where my direction is. And it's helped me catch my vision like never before and gotten me out of my comfort zone, doing things that I've never wanted to do before. But now, because I have my vision, I'm willing to do those things. So here are 7 signs that you might be going through a midlife crisis. I do actually have 17. So if you want the other 11 after this, just reach out to me. I will send you the article. Put it in the comments, say article or 17 or whatever, however you want to let me know. So one sign is that you are either gaining weight or losing weight suddenly, unusually gaining or losing weight. This can be so one of the things that I read is that a lot of the symptoms of a midlife crisis can actually mimic those of depression or anxiety. So a lot of times people do lose or gain weight while they're in a depression. But this can also be caused by hormones. It can be caused by, changes in activity, maybe stress. Some of the things that you're going through, thinking about, can cause stress and anxiety. So that can lead to overeating. It can lead to over drinking. It can lead to not getting enough sleep. Whatever the case may be, it can have a roundabout effect of you gaining or losing weight. So I'm 41 and I've definitely noticed it's harder to keep weight off. It's harder to lose weight. It's harder to see results from my, exercise and good eating choices. So, I wouldn't say that I've had any sort of drastic change in this area, but it is just something I've noticed for sure. Number 2 would be feeling apathetic. So this is basically, just feeling like you've lost your interest, you've lost your enthusiasm for things that once made you excited or joyful, things that you once looked forward to, you're not looking forward to them anymore. I have, gone through periods of feeling like this. It's not, I would say, apathy in general was something that I did experience a little bit, and it was more toward, just, feeling motivated to work, if that makes sense. I've been in network marketing for over 5 years. I've loved it so much. And I did go through a period where I felt like, is this really for me anymore? Do I really want to do network marketing anymore? But it was just because I had lost my vision, like I said. So like I said, I'm grateful for what I've gone through, because if, sometimes you can just go through life and you actually are apathetic. You're just going through the motions. You're just doing the same thing every day. And you don't take any time to reflect. You don't take any time to think about whether it's making you happy. So getting stuck in that rut is the worst kind of apathy, I think. So I'm glad that like I said, have gone through all of these things, because it made me look at what I'm doing. It made me look at what I want out of life, the lifestyle I want to live, how I want to feel every day. So, so apathy, if you're somebody who was once into taking dance classes and you stopped, or you loved to exercise and all of a sudden you just can't muster the energy, those would all be signs that maybe something's going on. Take a look. Number 3, you're feeling jealous of other people. You're spending a lot of time comparing your life, comparing your success, feeling like other people have it more together than you. And yes, I can relate to this. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in businesses where we're self-driven. We are in charge, more or less, of how successful we are. It's based on the efforts we put in. It's based on the enthusiasm we show up with. So when I started to feel like a failure in all areas of my life, and I was definitely comparing myself to other people who were just in a different season of their life than me. They were not going through what I was going through. Got a phone call. They were, not feeling the way I was feeling. And so the important thing to remember about jealousy and comparison is that you're on a different path than that person. You are, you have different opportunities. You have a different trajectory. Everybody's going through what they need to go through to get to where they need to be. The other thing is, we're not all going to the same place. So comparing your journey, comparing your progress to somebody else is silly, because you're not even going to the same place. You're not meant for the same things. You're not meant to impact the same people. So it's really useless. But if you are spending a lot of time doing this could be another sign that you are going through a midlife crisis. Unusual physical pain. This could be anything from gastrointestinal issues to headaches to joint pain. Sometimes our mental and emotional issues show up as physical pain a lot of the time. So this is a manifestation often of something else that's going on in your life. You spend time asking yourself deep questions. Hold on a second. Somebody's trying to call me and want to make sure that they know that I'm not ignoring them. So you ask yourself deep probing questions. This can be because you are recognizing that you are just about halfway through your life. You might be wondering if you're fulfilling your purpose. You might wonder what your purpose is. Are you on the right track? Are you happy? Are you, doing what you need to be doing? And these are all questions I've been asking myself. So like I said, it's good, it's painful. These things are not comfortable to look at deeply, but if you can get clarity, if you can take the time to do it, it's going to pay off and you're going to be happy for the experience. Making rash decisions. You start wanting to make rash decisions, or maybe you start doing it about your life, about your career, about your marriage, your relationships, your friendships. Be careful. You don't want to act on solely emotion, and sometimes that can be a big temptation when you're going through a big change. And then number 7 is you find yourself not being able to sleep through the night. So you wake up at 3 a.m. Your mind is racing, you can't focus, or you can't go back to sleep, and all you want to do is think about your to-do list, or think about all the things you're worried about, think about your kids, think about, all of these deep life questions that we just talked about. So that can be a sign of a midlife crisis. That could also be a physical thing that is going on with you. Sometimes if we're having liver problems, if we're having liver enzymes. Liver, going to there. If you've ever noticed on a night, if you drink a lot, like if you have 2 extra glasses of wine or whatever, you wake up at 3 a.m. Well, that's because your liver is going through the detox. It's cleansing itself out. It's not happy with you for what you did the night before. Well, if this is happening on a regular basis and it's not from, one night of drinking, that could be because you're having liver issues. It could also be, though, just this overstimulation of questioning things and wondering and all of that. So it can be hormones. It can be hormonal problems, and that definitely can come into play in this age of our lives and women. So that would be another thing to look at. But like I said, this is just 7 of the signs that you might be going through a midlife crisis. There are 17, so I have 11 more that I'm not covering in this video. Reach out to me if you want to know what they are. I will send you this article. It's really interesting. Some of the things that I've done, because I recognized that I was going through these things, is I bought a journal. So very simple. I just bought a journal on Amazon. It's just, got lines on it, blank. I write in it now almost every day. Every time I think of it, I now am my new morning routine. Get a morning routine, set your day off on the right track. I spent almost a full month getting up and meditating every single day. Now what I'm doing is I'm getting up and I'm putting on, good theta wave music in my earphones. I'm reading this book right now, Super Attractor, but you can get any book that speaks to you that, might be spiritual guidance, self-help in some way, something that you feel is going to be helpful to you. I'm reading this and then I'm writing in my journal. That sets my day off on a positive trajectory. It allows me to be introspective, to look deep, and it's helping. I've had a major turnaround in the last 2 to 3 weeks of my mindset, feeling like myself again, feeling like I have my vision back, and it feels so, so good. And I was, feeling very bad before that. So I can definitely relate to all of these things that I just covered, plus the, 11 more. So reach out to me if you want to know what those are. I hope you're having a great day. I've got to run, but I will talk to you all soon. Enjoy your Tuesday. Bye.